Let's talk about the Christmas Day slate of NFL games. And the opening matchup was kind of a snooze fest of what you thought it would be. The Las Vegas Raiders taking on the Kansas City Chiefs. The Chiefs have won 7 consecutive matchups with the Las Vegas Raiders, and you don't have Josh Jacobs. It just seems like a kind of a decimated team, but it's with Antonio Pierce, who is looking like he is becoming more and more likely to be a head coaching candidate, because what he's able to do to galvanize this team. They changed so much after firing Josh McDaniels, and what they've done to replace that and change the culture in such a short amount of time, is a testament to what Antonio Pierce is as a head coach. Former player, so he's a player's head coach, but still doing really good with this program. And the biggest thing again has been turnovers, and the Chiefs just are simply broken. We've tried to come up with excuse. We've tried to say that it's Patrick Mahomes, they'll figure it out, it's Andy Reid, it's Travis Kelce, but let's just face it, guys, the Chiefs are broken. The dynasty is hanging on now because they're not what they used to be. This used to be a team that would be a guaranteed participant in the AFC Championship game. Heck, they hosted countless AFC Championship games since 2019. I think every one has come through Kansas City. Whether or not they win or lose, they've won several. They've been to several Super Bowls. They've won a couple as well. But this is not the same team anymore. And their defense is good, but they just got worn down in this game. And this was one hell of a day by Zamir White, the backup running back to Josh Jacobs, who was out today with an injury. Their quarterback, Aiden McConnell, barely threw the ball. He only threw it for 64 passing yards, and they decided they were going to run the ball down your throat every time. As long as you can't stop us, that's what we're going to keep doing. The Chiefs offense broken. 2 turnovers in a span of 7 seconds put the game on its head. And those defensive touchdowns were the difference in this game. A scoop and score, a pick 6, and let's talk about the celebration. The stare down first, staring down Mahomes as he's entering the end zone for the score, but also heading over to the fans, and he spots a kid, obviously a Kansas City Chiefs fan, as it's a home game in Kansas City, but decides to hand it out, and then at the last minute retract the ball, and he says it's his keeping. That's Jack Jones. Apparently people call him Jack, but that was very savage move, just to play a little bit of Grinch on Christmas Day. I know the kid's probably a little disappointed, but what do you honestly expect? It's your rival team in a divisional game. Do you really expect them to give the game ball from a pick 6? I don't think so. Going back to football though, Mahomes is frustrated, Travis Kelce is frustrated, Andy Reid looks frustrated. Just seems that this Chiefs team, they may win a playoff game, sure, but they're going to be on the road most likely in the second round, either at Miami or at Baltimore. I like Patrick Mahomes in a matchup against maybe Miami, but I'm not sure against the Ravens they really stand much of a chance. They may bide time because it's Patrick Mahomes. That's the only thing I have at this point, but I told you this defense is the only thing that's good about this team, and they seem to be wearing out. They're tired. They've been on the field for a long amount of time, and this offense just doesn't have it. In the offseason, retool the entire offensive skills position side. Maybe running back in terms of Isaiah Pacheco, that's pretty good, but they need wide receivers. They don't have a go-to wide receiver, and Travis Kelce isn't getting any younger either.